dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creeds. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream. My four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted. Every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together.
Yeah, ready. Yeah, ready. Yeah, ready. Yeah, ready. Why do I keep getting an echo? That's me. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I tell you what we will do here. We will judge based on the content of their character. How about that? We'll take that. It is January 21st, and baby, it is cold outside, and that is Martin Luther King Jr. I have a dream speech, just a clip there that we wanted to play this morning. Now, I have to tell you, I cannot play that clip without, okay, now, let's see, all created equal. So I think if this is disgusting to me as far as the respect for Martin Luther King Jr. Oh, I thought I sent you that picture. Maybe I didn't. I'll have to send it to you a little later. But give me number 8 there. Okay. And I think what happened is I just got so sick of looking at it. I didn't. This is Martin Luther King Jr. I didn't send it over. But MSNBC every time they need to. Like today, they need to bring out Al Sharpton. So, and then they call him Reverend for 3 hours or 2 hours on the show, always on Martin Luther King. Ask him about diversity, ask him all these questions concerning content of their character, when if all men are created equal, Al Sharpton should be in prison. So you can take that down. Now, yes, it is cold. Good morning from the office. I am North Georgia. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. You can contact our show, 706-889-9700, 706-889-9700. There's our email address, and also there are all the social media ways you can follow us. Now, we've got several things we want to talk about today. The President of the United States came out Saturday at 4 o'clock, laid out a deal that we will talk about a little later. But I'd like to hear from you. Do you think the deal, is amnesty? Is that what you are calling the deal? Okay, amnesty? Are you okay with the deal that the president has put on the table at this time to try to get the government reopened? What say you? Okay, what say you on the deal? How about the BuzzFeed story Friday? Now, Friday, yes, it's 16 degrees. I know I just changed course, but it's like 16 degrees when I came down to the office this morning. Josh says it was 17 when he was headed down. Very cold outside. I sure hope you have your pets indoors and keep a little tap water running. Just barely crack that tap water so there's some flow there. And I hope nobody is waking up to frozen pipes this morning. And if so, how to thaw them out. Get some professional instruction on how to thaw them out. All right. Where was I at? Well, I was talking about the BuzzFeed. Now, Friday morning, as we were starting the show on Friday, and we were at not Sycamore Crossing, we are during warmer weather in the summer, but at Circuit World there in Blue Ridge, and as the All-Star Political Panel was starting up, that Friday morning, as I was starting the day, I was watching NBC and MSNBC just gushing over this BuzzFeed report, okay? That supposedly the President of the United States instructed, okay, give me number 16, okay, instructed Michael Cohen to lie to Congress. He to lie in his testimony. This was a big story for BuzzFeed Friday morning. MSNBC ran with it for hours throughout the day. Okay, ran with it throughout the day. CNN ran with it throughout the day, and it played all day long until, number 12, please. Okay. Until the Peter Carr there, the special counsel spokesman, did something very unusual there out of the special counsel Robert Mueller's office, okay? Did something unusual and released a statement saying BuzzFeed's description of specific statements to the special counsel's office and characterization of documents and testimony obtained by this office regarding Michael Cohen's congressional testimony are not accurate. So this threw things into a tailspin Friday night as we went into the weekend, and the Sunday shows all soft-pedaled this report of them, BuzzFeed's report falling apart. But what is coming out now all weekend is, does this mean, and I want to know from you, and I want to know from you, does this mean that the other accounts that BuzzFeed has written, or the other stories out there that are claiming sources within the Mueller investigation, does this mean they were correct? So you got all the talking heads out there saying, whoa, wait a minute, this is the first one he's refuted. Okay? This is the first one he's refuted. And this is the first one that what does this mean? Why did he refute this one and say this is inaccurate, but not the others? So what do you think about that? That's the second topic I want to look at today. What do you think about that right there? The BuzzFeed report. What do you feel about that? Now, we'll do this later in the day, but here's the kid, okay? Here's the kid, number 26. I believe that by remaining motionless and calm, I was helping to diffuse the situation. I realized everyone had cameras and that perhaps a group of adults were trying to provoke a group of teenagers into a larger conflict. This is Nick Sanderman. Okay, teen responds to outrage over viral video. Second time within days, the media pounced all over this kid at the Right for Life from a Catholic school. Okay, and the Sanctity of Life March. Okay, every year in Washington D.C. I don't know if you know very much about it, but Catholic schools, this is a Catholic school from Kentucky. At Catholic schools, they line up the buses. And buddy, these kids head to D.C., all right? Because I have two nephews that went to Catholic school. They never missed one of these marches here because the Catholic schools, they load up the buses, bring the kids, Sanctity of Life, pro-life day there at the Capitol. We all know the controversy without going into it too deep. The media pounced on how this young man with Make America Great Again hat, okay, if this young man would have been wearing any other hat, There's not another hat in the United States of America today that would cause the media to stir, lie, mislead a situation to the public like this hat here, okay? Period. Not another one. This hat here, if you are wearing this hat in a crowd at any kind of event, the media will focus in to see what you do. They will focus in, all jokes aside, to see if you throw your bubble gum on the sidewalk. It does not matter. This hat right here, the media will focus in. If this kid was wearing any other hat, okay, I think this guy's a Native American chief or something, not to be disrespectful, but playing a drum that this kid is this close to, and he's just stuck there. It wasn't until after the video exposed that this guy came up to the kid, all right? But anyhow, any other hat in America. Beer drinkers make better lovers. Doesn't matter. They would have run a story on how amazed this kid was at this, amazed to be with this Native American or anything positive. But the media blew this one bad again. They blow them out the door. These stories like this are just overwhelmingly the reason why you know that no matter what it is, they hate this president of the United States. And they do not like us. All right, we'll look at that. We'll look at that story a little later today. Okay, so I don't talk about the NFL on this show. You can go ahead and take that down. I don't talk about the NFL on this show, okay? I don't watch really NFL football. I just don't. All right, watch college football. Just got tired of so many things in the NFL, just not interested, have other things to do on Sunday. But we happen to have a Saints fan in the house. We happen to have a Saints fan, particularly a Drew Brees fan in the house. So we happen to have somebody, and I like Drew Brees. I'm just going to tell you, I like Drew Brees. I like everything about the guy. Guy's class act, solid citizen, solid athlete. So we happen to have this New Orleans Saints Drew Brees fan in the house that says, I'm watching today's game. No problem. So I'm doing some errands around the house, little things around the house, reading articles, not really paying attention, but the game is on. So we get down to the end. We got a minute 50, right? Minute 49. Second and 6. So the Saints get a first down here. They're deep. They get a first down. They pretty much are done. It's a done deal. They can run off the clock. Clock will have 7 seconds left. They kick the field goal. Basically, this game's over, okay? Finished. 0 when they kick the field goal, probably. Now, let's go to picture number 1. This guy's not even turning looking for the football, okay? Not even looking for the ball. Here's the receiver, number 11. And I didn't write these guys' names down. I just wasn't paying attention, thinking about it. Right here. He's not even turned. I mean, he's throwing the full on. Go to number 2. So there's Lewis, number 11. The ball's coming his way. He don't get no chance. Number 23, he cleans his clock. He doesn't turn. I think the NFL rules are you're supposed to be turning towards the ball, right? Like you're, turning. You can run into somebody if you're turning. Wow, cleans his clock. Here's number 3. Just one more shot of it. Ball's on the way. Drew Brees has got this guy, man. I mean, 11 catches this ball, or this flag is thrown. Now, give me number 5. Wonder if this guy sees this. Wonder exactly what is he looking at. What is he looking at? He is set squared up on this entire play. Nothing. Nothing at all. Back to number 4, look at Peyton's reaction to him. Sean Payton's reaction, like, really? So I want you to hear Peyton's reaction video. Let's play Peyton's video real quick, and then we'll get on to some things of the day. But this one here gets me. Play that video.
What explanation did you get?
It was simple. They blew the call. They said it should never have not been a call. They said not only was it interference, it was helmet to helmet. There were 2 calls. They couldn't believe it. So that was, no, we spoke initially, then I called to follow up, and first thing Al said when I got on the phone. We messed it up. And, but we went to these league meetings, and we sit as an ownership group, and we don't further evaluate the replay system. You know, there's just too much at stake. And listen, it's a hard job for those guys because it's happening fast, but I don't know if there was ever a more obvious pass interference call that, you know, here it is, the NFC Championship game. So, tough one to swallow.
Back to me. Give me number 2. We blew the call. They blew it. I mean, they blew this call. The Saints are within the 5-yard line, right? They're like on the 3-yard line if this call's made or something like that. It's first down. First down, chip shot. Now, not only maybe they make the touchdown, but they caused the Rams to run out all of their timeouts. And on 4th down, if they're not in, the field goal is a chip shot, so you can take that chance. It's a chip shot right there, almost like an extra point, okay, attempt. And then if anything, there's 2 seconds on the clock and you kick off the ball, and, you know, the Rams pray for one of those Hail Mary Hail Mary lateral deals down the field to get in or whatever. So the Rams are playing the New England Patriots. We're coming now. What would have been? I mean. Now we got to have what would have. Okay, what would it have been like if the Saints, if you'd have had a Drew Brees go up against Tom Brady? I mean, would that not be a matchup? Now I know Gurley. That's his name, right? Gurley. Did I get that right? Yeah. I know people are excited that he's going to be playing in the big game from Georgia fans. Okay. Rams do not deserve to be in the big game, and it's going to put a big asterisk on the Super Bowl to me, okay? And I think you should have been watching Drew Brees go head-to-head with Tom Brady, and then if Drew Brees takes out Tom Brady, then the true, all right, the true NFL quarterback right there would be Drew Brees. I like the guy, can't say enough. So Brady's in the Super Bowl. People hate Tom Brady. They hate the New England Patriots, but they are headed down. Tom Brady and the New England Patriots are headed down to Atlanta in a couple weeks to take on the not should be in there Rams, Los Angeles Rams. Okay, the only thing we can hope for is, you know, the last time it was a Super Bowl, I know, I could have gone without saying this. I know that even before I say it. The only thing we can hope for is that Ray Lewis doesn't show up for this Super Bowl. I'll just say it. Last Super Bowl in Atlanta, it was very cold. I hope it's not frigid and Ray Lewis show up, and next thing you know, the cops are up in Buckhead, and next thing you know, some guy's got to take the rap for Ray Lewis and whatever. I mean, I know. I should never went there, right? So we have a Super Bowl in Atlanta in 2 weeks. Way to go. Now take that down there just a little bit. And I don't want to put this whole thing on the guy's shoulders, okay, but let's go with number 6. And I want to talk about this, all right? I want to talk about this because some people may say, really, you're going to take Governor Brian Kemp to task, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp to task already week 2? You know what? I never said a thing last week. I went to the inauguration. I like this guy. I like this governor. I think he can get on track, okay? I like the guy, all right? Went down to the inaugural ball Thursday night. Loved everything about it. Really like the guy. Now, you want to keep an eye on the guy peeping up over there on his left side, or his right side, okay? That's Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan. We'll talk about that a little later. Got to keep an eye. But Georgians, let me ask you a question, okay? First of all, I just want to put this out. Do you believe rural Georgia, okay? Rural Georgia won this election for that guy right there? I do. I believe North Georgia, right here where I'm sitting in North Georgia, other areas of the state that are rural areas, but I think particularly where we're at, if this area and rural Georgia does not come through strong, very strong, he would not be governor today. So when we get back, I want to talk about Georgia. Just stay on that. Then we'll get the BuzzFeed. Then we'll get Nancy Pelosi turning down the deal. But I want to talk about Georgia for a minute because I spent some time on the phone Saturday with some Georgia lawmakers. I went to the website and looked at the pre-file on legislation. It's real easy. You can go look at the pre-file on legislation. I did that Saturday, did some reading there. And there's a couple things I want to bring up that I think we should pay attention to in this Georgia State legislative session. We're going to take a break. I'm your host, BKP, as you are listening, and we are talking about the Super Bowl with the should not be in there, should not be in there LA Rams. Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead. The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in J next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in J next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and J, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
At Pizza Hut, we're more than just $5 medium one-topping pizzas. Whoa, wait, medium pizzas? For $5? And all these sides, only $5? I'm speechless. The new $5 lineup, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hold on, I'm trying to find something here from Saturday. Had some notes. Saturday here. Come on, Saturday. Hold on, folks. I usually try to... There they are. I usually try to... I usually try to go through some of my notes and stuff during the break, but I had to have a brief disagreement with the Cub fan, and you know who that is out there, the Cub fan. I disagree with the Cub fan. I'll get into that a little later. You know, I think he has this one wrong, but you know, I'm trying to work, and he sends me a message. Whatever. I'm your host, BKP, 706-889-9700. It is right here. Yes, I know what you're saying. It is 20, 18, 17 degrees at your house. I understand it is cold. It is, fortunately, this is a holiday. This is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so celebrating Martin Luther King Jr. Day here. And so you probably don't have school. Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe the government's open, maybe it's not. Maybe the bank's open, maybe it's not. I think they're closed. So if you don't have to get out in this, you're very fortunate this morning. Very cold, okay? Dogs are going outside, turning around and coming right back in looking for the indoor plumbing. Sorry, folks. I know you probably didn't want to visualize that, but the pooches don't want to go out. They look at the door and you're like, go out. They keep looking at you. I'll find somewhere today. You'll find it tomorrow. All right, anyhow, enough's enough. So don't hesitate. This is a 24/7 number here. You can send us notes. Now, on a serious note, I want to talk about Georgia for a minute. So if you're out there nationally, and I know you're tuned in somewhere because you want to hear about BuzzFeed, and you're tuned in somewhere because you want to hear about this young man from a Catholic school in Kentucky. I understand that. Okay, but these are the things that I think you should be paying attention to in your state. Is your state house right now? I know the government shut down. Oh my God, we need to pay attention. I understand. But for a lot of America, your state legislative session started this past couple weeks, okay, in January. Many state legislative sessions. And you should probably look in to see how they're spending your money and what they're doing within your state. And that being said, I started really looking closer, okay, looking closer into what's happening in the state of Georgia. So let me say this, okay, before I get all of the pushback. I'm not taking Governor Brian Kemp to task. I'm just saying, Governor Brian Kemp, you know, maybe you should pay attention to this, all right? So rural Georgia does not come through. Brian Kemp, put his picture up. I forget what number it is. Can you find his number there? Okay. Rural Georgia does not come through. This guy's not governor. And there's no time like the present. All right, people say, are you going to do this week too? No time like right now while they're in session. Okay. So you don't go vote. He's not governor. That's our audience and all of the rural Georgia audience, okay? Now, as a Republican, Georgia Republicans, all right, these candidates run as fiscal conservatives, okay? Fiscal conservatives. They're either going to cap spending, roll spending back, they're going to cut your taxes, they're going to cut this, they're going to cut that. They're fiscal conservatives as they're running through the primary. Now this time in the general election, these constitutional officers couldn't back away from being fiscal conservatives because they had the balance. They needed rural Georgia to come out. So Georgia Republicans, they campaign as fiscal conservatives. They campaign right-wing as right-wing candidates. They campaign as religious candidates, okay? They campaign as pro-life candidates. They campaign as pro-Second Amendment. All right. They run right-wing, Second Amendment, Christian, fiscal conservative. So what do you really get? What do you get for your vote? Okay? Nothing? What is, now that's what I'm going to ask. I'm asking directly, okay? Governor Brian Kemp, what is rural Georgia if I'm right-wing, if I'm a fiscal conservative, if I'm religious, okay? Second Amendment, what am I getting for my vote that you had to have to win? Nothing? Okay? What happened? Remember, it seems like it was just back in July that all of these candidates were running and they would answer because I have many interviews, okay? What happened to the bill that came out of the Senate? It seems like it was just last session about faith-based adoptions. Now, before you yell at me and say you believe in faith-based adoptions, you don't, you think it's discriminating, before you do it, I'm just saying, I'm talking to the rural Georgia Republican voter that your religious views and your religious beliefs were very important in your vote. So what happened to faith-based adoption? I went through the pre-files. There's no faith-based adoption. RFRA. Now, I know a lot of people take to task on the Religious Freedom Restoration Act. Now, I'm not so much myself personally, my opinion, that this governor has to sign RFRA right now. I don't know, okay? But we did, remember, Governor Nathan Deal vetoed RFRA. Remember the Speaker of the House, David Ralston, got it out. It got passed by the Senate and the House, and Nathan Deal vetoed it. So you have faith-based adoption, okay, gone. RFRA, not there. Now, constitutional carry, being able to carry your gun without a permit, according to the Constitution, freely, all right? I don't want to get into the time of debating yes or no on that. But there was a lot of pressure put on this candidate during the campaign. And last but not least, the budget. Now, like I said, I spoke to several, okay. The federal budget last year, the last budget that Nathan Deal passed, Governor Nathan Deal, was $26,226,917,974. That was the last budget, okay? Now, 2019's amended budget. They're amending the budget for 2019, all right? So Governor, these are the notes that I have, okay? Governor Kemp's amended fiscal year 2019 budget increases spending by 3.3% to a total of $26,923,000,000. That's the amended budget he's going to do right now. The 2020 budget that he will put in will be $27,544,568,129. Now, on this program right here, I asked then candidate Kemp multiple times. You see, in 5 years, the state budget, the Georgia state budget in 5 years, okay, has went up to about $5.5 billion, over $1 billion a year, every year for 5 years. I asked candidate Kemp, what can we do? Can we stop it? I thought there was going to be a spending cap. Now, if we're going to go from 26.2 $2.226 billion to $27.544 billion, maybe we should look at a real tax break for Georgians. You realize the fraction of the tax break, the very small fraction of the tax break that you got in the state of Georgia is a result of Donald Trump, the President of the United States, tax break that you got. This is a result, okay? Now, I don't sit here every day and take Georgia lawmakers to task and go after them. But last year, when I heard on the campaign trail how we cut taxes, okay, I was thinking, hey, how about cutting taxes on the year you need in your gut to cut? It's going to take your gut to cut taxes. Now, I want to ask you a question. As a Georgia Republican fiscal conservative, okay, you've got the push cards in your mailbox like you would not believe. The true conservative of Georgia. But how can we call ourselves the true conservatives, the Georgia Republicans? Please, would you please? How can you call yourselves the true conservatives, Georgia Republicans in the South, when $5.5 billion over 5 years, and now we're going to go from 26 to 27? Just another $1 billion. Where is, ask your lawmaker today, where is the push and the move to end Georgia state taxes? Where's the deal? Isn't it perfect? Where is the deal that we were going to talk about in eliminating state tax? Where is that? Where is any kind of tax relief for the citizens of Georgia? And how do you explain this spending? $68.8 million for school security grants, 30,000 per school statewide. 30,000 per school statewide. $104.9 million, 33.7 million state funds for growth in Medicaid, for growth, okay? Medicaid, all right? 18.7 million in disproportionate share hospitals for private deemed, non-deemed hospitals for indigent care. Indigent care, okay? Now, I don't want to keep going on with this, but I'm going to tell you, here is 2020 general budget raises and new voting machines, all right? The FY 2020 general budget increases spending 2.3%, another 2.3% in increased spending. Where is the cap? It totals $27.55 billion, with $1.24 billion in lottery proceeds and appropriations of $1.925 billion to DOT from transportation revenues. $505.1 million to raise the base salary of certified teachers and certified employees by $3,000. So when he stands in the well and says teachers, no. Those mostly underpaid superintendent of schools, maybe they're getting another $3,000, okay? Now here is the thing. $505 million. Now, I want to say on record, on this show, in this camera, I don't care what you do, I am not opposed to teachers getting $3,000. Let's be clear. The classroom. Okay? I am tired of every single year when the school year starts of hearing how teachers have to pay their own and can't afford to decorate their rooms because they don't have money. So here's my proposal. Give teachers in the classroom, not over at the administrative, not assistant principals, not principals, not superintendent of schools. I know I'm in so much damn trouble. Teachers. Give teachers $3,000 and then give them a $500 voucher each teacher, a $500 voucher to decorate their classrooms. That's it. Okay? Let me see if there's anything else in here that stands out that I want to make sure. Medicaid cost growth. $337 million for total growth in Medicaid. $2.3 million for 112 new graduate medical education resident slots. All right. Let me see what else I have here. Got the new voting machines. All right. Last but not least, on the state that we're looking at, what did you get? If you are right-wing Georgia Republicans, if you consider yourself right-wing, fiscal conservative, religious, no matter what it is, Second Amendment, what did you get? Now, there's two things I want to bring up before we move from this. You're going to hear broadband. We always get our broadband, always get our broadband. Now, the thing is, if they pass, all right, we'll get in more detail this. If they pass that your EMC can offer broadband, that bill is in, and we'll get more detail on that. If they pass that the EMC can get into the broadband business, then you need to push your board at your EMC to get in it, because some of them are reluctant trying to protect friends in the internet industry. For example, Amamacola had a chance to get in when Blue Ridge EMC and up in Rayburn County and some others got in on a $30 million deal. They passed, okay? So remember, if they pass the law in the state of Georgia that allows EMCs to get in the internet business, then you need to push your EMC to get in it. And that's some pressure we'll have to put on. Last but not least, and I'll go to break, is certificate of need. Okay, folks, let me just explain something. Are you concerned about your rural hospitals? Okay? Are you? Now, this is a tough subject because there's the argument out there of with certain parameters of a certificate of need, let me say this. There's some things that's going on with that involve Jeff Duncan. Put number 7 up. This is Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan, okay? Now, Lieutenant Governor, you do your research at home, okay? But I'm going to give you a name I need you to go look up. All right? I need you to look up, okay, Rick Jackson. I need you to look up Rick Jackson Healthcare. Rick Jackson Healthcare. Put that in there, okay? All right? And you have to keep an eye on this guy. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if they have their way, they're going to end their certificate of need as it is written, and we're going to pop up. Now, you may be cheering all the way, but we're going to pop up these surgery centers, okay? Now, right now, the majority of your surgery, okay, there's only specific ones, but the majority of your surgery is done in hospitals, okay? That's where the money is, all right? Hospitals are not doing they're not doing well at all in beds, all right? They're not. Now, let me say this like you just may not, you might say, really, you made a reference to this? It's like casinos, all right? Casinos, you know, Caesars out there, You may not like the example, but it's true, okay? This is the best I can put it. Caesars in Vegas, when you fly out there, they want your cash in that casino. They're not making money off the rooms. The rooms is not where they're making the money. Changing your linen, bringing you fresh towels, you know, putting a little swan pillow on your bed. They're not making money there, folks. They're not making money in the little cash bar in your room. That's not where they make the money. It's downstairs in that casino. They want you in that casino. Now move that over to a hospital. They ain't making the money riding down the hall. Now you might say, well, have you looked at the bills? I understand. Tylenol, $29.50. I know what you're about to say. But they're not making the money rolling down the hall, changing your bed, coming in, taking your blood pressure, checking your vitals. They're not making the money when a doctor makes the calls there around through the hospital and says, hello, how are you? That's not where they're making their money. They're making their money in those surgeries and MRIs, those MRIs, the surgery that downstairs in those big surgery centers. That's where they're making the money in these hospitals. That's where the money's at. There's a certain group that wants to pull the people that can't pay out of that, and they want to build surgery centers. Oh, yeah. They want to build surgery centers, period. Okay? And they want to pull it out. And if they can change the certificate of need, you need to pay attention. Then only the haves, I'm getting in so much trouble here, all right? Only the haves on insurance, the good insurance, they can reject, will get that care. You may be cheering. Hey, look, I'm glad to get those people out of the way. I don't know. But those are the only ones. They will be able to turn you down. Hospitals cannot. The struggle you have now is these hospitals cannot turn people down. Okay? But these surgery centers will be able to. If you do not have the right insurance that they want, they could say no, go to the hospital. So there is a plan to push people that can't afford to go to these surgery centers over to the hospitals. And it doesn't matter if they die, and then the ones that can afford and have the insurance can go to these surgery centers because they could turn down service. I'm telling you, you just need to pay attention to what's happening. You need to watch that guy right there. You need to think about if he made, that's Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan. You need to think about if he made a deal, all right? And your research needs to be with Rick Jackson. Rick Jackson, and you put healthcare. Put healthcare, Rick Jackson in there, and pay attention, folks. I'm just saying. Just saying. All right, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Hey, you know what they say at the state capitol? Spend it if you got it. Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
At Pizza Hut, we're more than just $5 medium one-topping pizzas. Whoa, wait, medium pizzas? For $5? And all these sides, only $5? I'm speechless. The new $5 lineup, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
Hey, good morning. Good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, Josh, I sent you a couple pictures over, so just work on that for a minute. If you would like to ever be on the show as a guest, like to be on a show as a caller, you agree, you disagree with what I'm saying, you know, the one thing that I missed in the last segment, and the reason, let me go with this. First of all, our number is 706-889-9700, 706-889-9700, chief@fetchernews.com, and there are all the social media ways you can follow us. If you'll subscribe to our YouTube channel, FYN TV Fetcher News. When we are live, you'll get a notice that we are live. So that being said, now, one thing that I left off in the last segment, I was thinking about as I was rolling through there. I am not asking, you can believe, not believe, whatever you want to take away, okay? But I will tell you this: it's pretty sad in Georgia to be in Georgia now. Now, to argue the abortion, because that is what this young man is at, March for Life, the annual March for Life, and that is number, he's number, go ahead and put this young man up right here. He is at the annual Nick Sandman. He is at the annual, that's number 26. He is at the annual March for Life there in Washington, D.C., and at the same time, because he has a hat on that says "Make America Great Again," and they think they could get this young man from this Catholic school, into a controversial situation. The media went nuts over this, missed the whole story, but there's nothing on the front pages that Donald Trump promised to veto any legislation that furthered abortion, okay, in any way whatsoever in this country. So anyhow, that being said, the heartbeat bill, okay, Georgia cannot get a heartbeat bill passed. I think, and I didn't bring it up, I think there's 11 other states. So if you are in Georgia and you are the Georgia voters, Georgia Republican voters, if you're a fiscal conservative, we've talked about the continued ballooning of the budget. If you're religious, and those are your reasons for voting, because that's what these candidates portray themselves as, pro-life. Who could be more pro-life? Where is the heartbeat bill? Where is the what do we call it? The faith-based adoption bill? Where is RFA? Okay. If you're pro Second Amendment, where is your constitutional carry bill? Just the list goes on. I'm just saying, okay, whether you want to talk about it or not, because the Cuomo up there, that piece of garbage in New York, is asking in a budget, in the Georgia budget, and in the New York State budget, and in the New York State Constitution for abortion to be a right, legal, up to birth. Just saying, no matter how you look at that subject. Hey, whew. All right. Couple things. Let me just run this by real quick. Number 27, Kamala Harris. I always put an R there because sometimes I pronounce her Carmela. Kamala, there's no R in there. Kamala Harris has announced, and now the reason I put it up, there's Cory Booker, and he's like, I was supposed to announce on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, but there's Kamala Harris is announced that she is going to run for office here in 2020, and there's Spartacus waiting in the wings for his attempt. This lady, I have to tell you, I'm going to get in trouble for this, but there's the old dumb as a box of rocks. Number 28. I was told one time, and I was told one time that these people are actually told they have a chance. They're actually they've got a circle, their inner circle actually believes they have a chance and convince these people that they should run for these offices. Because I watched her on some of the morning programming on Sunday, and as she talked about the BuzzFeed, okay, as they asked her questions about the BuzzFeed article, which Gerald Nadler and Adam Schiff still think there's something to it, and they've got to get to the bottom of it, okay? House Intelligence, Adam piece of Schiff, and Gerard Nadler, the House Judiciary Committee, both chairmen there, still think that the BuzzFeed accusation that they made, which was said to be not accurate by Robert Mueller's office, they said they still need to get to the bottom of it. But I watched this lady on the government shutdown. I watched her on like 3 interviews. Dumb as a box of rocks. This woman is not smart enough. She cannot go smart enough she is not smart enough to go from town to town. She couldn't follow her GPS to get to the next town for a debate. This is dumb as a box of rocks, this one right here. Does not stand a chance. But that's Kirsten Gillibrand, the senator from New York. Now, okay, so BuzzFeed comes out, and I still want to know from you, because this is my question I'm asking. BuzzFeed comes out and says that Michael Cohen, that they have sources, okay? I read the BuzzFeed article this morning, all right? And BuzzFeed says they report that their sources, 2 federal, okay, internal sources, tell them that President Donald Trump asked, okay, Michael Cohen to lie under oath, all right, in his testimony. So this got everything stirred up on BuzzFeed Friday. Now, the president came out and thanked special counsel, and here we have number 11, okay? All right, so let's run by this real quick. Number 11, reporter behind bombshell BuzzFeed story speaks out. Anthony Comer, all right, investigative reporter, okay? Now, Anthony Comer, BuzzFeed News reporter. That was 4:07 a.m. Central Time, MSNBC. But let's go to CNN this morning. What they put up in the interview they had. Let's go to number 18. Ben Smith, okay, editor-in-chief of BuzzFeed News, right? Ben Smith there, editor-in-chief of BuzzFeed News. And then number 19, that's also Anthony Comer, okay, number 19 there. Reporter for BuzzFeed News, okay? Who's missing? Who's missing? Who will not go on any of the programming that I'm aware of, okay? who will not go on the programming that I'm aware of. And now Robert Mueller puts out this, okay, number 12. We talked about it opening the show. BuzzFeed's description of specific statements to the special counsel's office and characterization of documents and testimony obtained by this office regarding Michael Cohen congressional testimony are not accurate. Now, that's one of the longest statements that's been put out by the special counsel's office to date on anything. So there was a lot of questions came out. What got the special counsel to release this? What got the special counsel to release this to basically say the President of the United States, we don't have anything on the President of the United States right now where this is concerned? What got them to release anything that was a positive to the President of the United States? This is a positive. It's a big positive, right? Does it exonerate? I don't know. It's a big word. But this is a very big positive. So why would he come out and do this, their office? Okay? And then CNN, BuzzFeed is still standing behind their article that Michael Cohen lied about the Trump Tower application. Okay? Lied about it. Now, I don't know, but you got to understand the Trump Tower application in Moscow probably takes years. I mean, you don't just go build in these other countries. What happens all too many times is Americans take for granted that the world works the same way we do. You just don't go build in other countries. You just don't go, bank in other countries. You do not do things in other countries like you do in America. I mean, we roll out the red carpet and give the farm away, but the rest of the world does not do that. So I don't know, Trump's on the campaign trail. Cohen calls, hey, we still got that active application over there in Moscow. You wanna, just tell them to trash it? Hell no, don't trash it. What if I lose this damn thing? I might build that next year. I mean, the process maybe to get an application in front of the right people in Moscow might take 2-3 years. Why do we want to start over? Just leave the thing sitting there. It's not hurting anything. I don't know. But why did Mueller's office put that out there? Because now the roundtables and all the smart people out there that claim to be so smart is, well, maybe all of the other reports and the accounts from sources, internal sources, or sources are true. Why is this the first one? Now, I say there's a couple things. Number one, out of that list, who was left out? Reporter with checkered past comes back with Trump Tower Moscow bombshell from BuzzFeed, right? Jason Leopold and Anthony Cromer, two reporters from BuzzFeed, may have just scored a scoop. Now, Comer is on, okay? All right? Comer is on. Let's go back real quick and look at this. Here is the two Utes from BuzzFeed. I had them here just a minute ago, did I not? Where did we have them here? They were just number 18. Okay. Number 18, Ben Smith, editor-in-chief of BuzzFeed. Ben Smith. Next one, 19, Anthony Cromer. Okay, number 19, Anthony Cromer, reporter of BuzzFeed. Okay? Now, unless I'm not aware of it, the other reporter is not out there on the circuit. And that's Jason Leopold, because they don't want to ask Jason Leopold about his background. Remember, this is the same reporter that said that Karl Rove was being indicted. This is the same reporter that had psychological evaluations. This is a long story on this guy. If you'll go in, and we won't waste too much time, and you take Jason Leopold, and you review and you look into his past, this reporter doesn't have the best track record, okay, on reporting. Not the best. Now, so what is the only thing right now that's not figured in? Not Whitaker, not the Department of Justice, you remember, okay? Who has control over Robert Mueller's, okay, who has control over Robert Mueller's budget? Who has control over Robert Mueller's scope of work? Who has control of making the decision? Who can make the decision to end that tomorrow? Okay? Rod Rosenstein is leaving. Right now he's in charge. Whitaker's in charge of the Department of Justice, right? He's in charge. What is different about Mueller? We'll talk about it as soon as we return. Take us to break. Let me take a brief break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in L.J. next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in L.J. next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and L.J., Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
We're more than just $5 medium one-topping pizzas, stuffed garlic knots, breadsticks, bone-out wings, pasta, and new Cinnabon mini rolls. We're the $5 lineup with the best sides for your pizza. $5 each. Choose 2 or more, $5 each. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
Okay, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. If you want to ever contact the show, 706-889-9700. And there is the email address and all the social media ways you can contact the show. At 9:35, we're going to be taking another little break in a minute because 9:35, I have someone that wants to debate whether the president's offer of a deal Saturday is amnesty, okay? So I have that, and that's Debbie Dooley. Debbie Dooley wants to come on, and she is the one of the founding members of the Atlanta Tea Party and activist, and she wants to come on and debate. She claims it's amnesty. What say you? That's going to be at 9:35. Don't miss that. We're going to debate with her on why she thinks it's amnesty. Now, Leopold, I told you, Jason Leopold, okay? You need to look that up. BuzzFeed, put Leopold, BuzzFeed, and start looking at his past, his checkered past, and what all he's been involved in and what problems. In 2002, Salon.com removed the story Leopold had written as a freelance writer for the site. Salon said that as it investigated a piece he wrote about Enron, including allegations of plagiarism against him. Leopold has done several things, okay? You might want to just look into it. So, what is the only thing different, okay? What is the only thing different that actually had Mueller come out and do this? Now, this is my prediction and my thought. The only thing different right here is number 29. That's been the only difference. Why up to now? So now I understand, okay, William Barr, okay, William Barr, which should be confirmed today, tomorrow, whatever, all right, as the next Attorney General. Up till now, okay, there's a couple things. Now, did William Barr pick up the phone and call Mueller and say, would you like for my very first act as Attorney General be to look into a leak? Because if you leak something to BuzzFeed or your people leak something to BuzzFeed, that may be the smoking gun I have to pull the plug on you? I don't know. Now, there's a lot of people, William Barr, a lot of people concerned, Iran-Contra. Go back and look at Barr's CIA. Okay? Now, I read some details on William Barr this past weekend. Go back and look at CIA and Mr. Barr, and look at Iran-Contra and Mr. Barr. There's some things that the people are concerned, and there's either the Donald Trump says, hey, deep state, I've got your man, or the deep state is saying to Donald Trump, I read the articles, folks. There's articles out there that are questioning how Donald Trump made a deal with could he have made a deal with the deep state with this guy here? Or is he shining this guy and say, deep state, I've got your man? I don't know. So there's so much to look back on Barr that's questionable. But what is the only thing different in every single thing? Rod Rosenstein, okay? The entire time Rosenstein had Mueller, okay, going through the investigation, was afraid to touch it with a 10-foot pole. With everything that's come out thus far, allegedly by sources, who's to say Rosenstein ever picked up the phone and say, really? I don't know. We know Jeff Sessions didn't touch anything where this is concerned. And Whitaker has definitely been outspoken. But remember the memo this guy wrote. That is centerpiece of discussion for Kamala Harris and the left that have gone crazy over it. That he wrote this legal piece of work that he wrote and sent to Mueller, sent to the President's Counsel. Remember that? So did this guy pick up the phone and say, Robert, you really want to start out with acknowledging, leaks? Maybe you should come out and tell people those leaks didn't come out of your office. I don't know. But let me tell you this. This is the only factor of difference. If you put all the things together since Mueller started this investigation, and all the things at the failing New York Times, and all the things at the failing Washington Post, which They're not failing. They got plenty of money. But I'm just saying what the president, the fake news, Washington Post, and all of the things that they have piled on, BuzzFeed included, okay, with their sources out there, not one time have we had a written statement from the special counsel's office. And what is the only one thing that makes a factor, that is a factor in all of it, that's different? William Barr. Well, he's not Attorney General yet. I know he's not Attorney General yet. Well, do you think he did something like that, not being Attorney General? I don't know if he did something like that, not being Attorney General. I just know he's the only factor that's different. That's all I'm saying. When you start putting everything from the past 2 years, the only difference is that right there. And you see, Mueller would be up against an investigation into leaks. And Mueller, if something leaked out of his office, that's the smoking gun they would need to pull the plug on Mueller. Maybe they wouldn't. I don't know. What say you? There's a whole lot there. Now let's go to number 24. Number 24, what's in Trump's new offer? Okay, $5.7 billion for border wall, 3 years of protections for 700,000 DACA recipients, 3-year protection for 300,000 immigrants with expired temporary status, money for drug detection technology, humanitarian assistance, more border agents, immigration judges. Okay? That's what's supposedly in there. Many are yelling, amnesty, amnesty, amnesty. Okay? The great one, Mark Levin, says no. Okay? No amnesty. I'm looking at all sides, but I want to debate it because I have somebody in the social media world that is blowing it up, calling this guy hashtag amnesty Don, and you have Ann Coulter saying we voted for Donald Trump, and we got Jeb Bush. All right, so let's see why they're yelling amnesty. I'm going to take a break. Don't go away. When I come back, Debbie Dooley, the original co-founder of the Atlanta Tea Party, and political activist, will be on the line telling me why she believes it's amnesty. So don't go away. We're going to take a brief break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Okay, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I am joining the show right now, Debbie Dooley, the original activist, political activist in Atlanta that created the Atlanta Tea Party several years ago. And Debbie, good morning. How are you?
Doing great. How are you doing this morning? Good morning.
I'm doing great. Now the reason I wanted to get with you when I was going through social media, let's get direct to it. You're calling what President Donald Trump came out Saturday. And let me just explain to the viewers out there, the president in a brief has proposed $5.7 billion for border wall, 3 years of protection for 700,000 DACA recipients, 3-year protection for 300,000 immigrants with expired temporary status, money for drug detection technology, humanitarian assistance, more border agents, immigration judges, and you call what he proposed Saturday amnesty. Why?
Why? Because, I mean, if you go and you look at the legal definition of amnesty, the legal definition is the act of authority by which pardon is granted to a large group of individuals. And they are being, it's a temporary pardon, so-called temporary pardon, but it's still a pardon. Even though, as I said, it's temporary, it's still a pardon. Trump ended, and this is my issue with it. You want to really talk about securing the borders, when you start negotiating, if you go and you're going to purchase or let's say you have a car for sale. You're going to ask for a lot more than what you're willing to settle for. You don't just immediately ask the price that's what you're willing to settle for. You leave wiggle room. That was not done in this. And I'm afraid that even though it's temporary amnesty, that they won't be here permanent. Trump ended DACA on September 5th, 2007, but he gave them a 6-month grace period. DACA was challenged in the courts, and they're still here. The cases are still working their way through the courts. If they're giving a 3-year amnesty or pardon, including a Social Security card, the time limit will be challenged in courts under equal protection, and they would win. And you can't trust the Democrats. One of the guys that founded Daily Cause a few weeks ago was saying, hey, I think we should take a DACA deal because we can tie the wall construction up in court. If you really want to do something, what Trump needs to do, he's already shown up the Democrats, is to pull his plan, declare a state of emergency, and start building the wall. Another problem I have with this plan that's not being talked about that I have verified and other folks have verified will be in this bill when it goes to the Senate. It will expand catch and release. It not only would codify it and make it the legal law of the land, it would expand the catch and release at the border, which is how they get into this country and disappear. So those are some of the issues I have with it. But it's definitely amnesty. They want to talk about a good deal. You fully construct the wall. You pass mandatory E-Verify, which will do more to stop illegal immigration in this country that folks have never seen. You pass mandatory E-Verify, and so folks that are here, if they can't get a job because they're illegal, they'll self-deport. And you pass a retroactive end to chain migration, pass all of those, then we talk about DACA amnesty.
Well, let me ask you a question. Why do you think it will expand catch and release? What's in there that you see will expand catch and release?
Because there's articles in there that have already said it's going to expand catch and release, and Breitbart actually did an article on it, and where they ran it. I'm getting ready to pull it up. I mean, we had this fight over catch and release. I mean, we had this fight in 2013 over the Gang of 8 when they were trying to say, oh, they're going to be paying taxes, and it's really not amnesty, but it is. You can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig. It may be temporary amnesty, which I strongly believe will turn into permanent amnesty, because what are you going to do, take away their Social Security card? There was an article on Breitbart, and I've heard it being talked about, and I actually talked to someone that had talked to congressional staff, and they confirmed it was in there. There was an article on Breitbart, I think it was around the 18th or 19th, Trump advisors push catch and release for 2019 and 2020. What it would do, it was actually Jessica Vaughn, policy director at Center for Immigration Studies. She said that it puts a legal force field around illegal aliens. She said that
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, she said that the expanded catch and release law creates an even stronger magnet for people to come here than the original DACA did. And she's expecting if this does pass the Senate, they're going to see every town in Central America empty out as teens and people in the 20s and 30s even try to get here, because if they're this is reported on Breitbart. This is what's going to be in the Brief Act.
Okay, well then why didn't Democrats take this deal? Why did they shut this deal down before Trump ever came to the podium? And I will tell you this. I went to several areas, and I'm not going to claim I know the answer and I'm clear on this 100%. That's why I wanted to talk to you. I mean, I went and I call him the great one, Mark Levin. I went and read Mark Levin, read his account. He's supporting the president on this, and several are supporting the president that are conservatives, that I feel good are conservatives, and several are not supporting the president, much like yourself and some others that I think sometimes, saying, I think it's a long shot sometimes when Ann Coulter does some stuff like saying we voted for Donald Trump and we got Jeb Bush. Donald Trump's a long way from getting Jeb Bush. Okay, so sometimes those little shots bother me. But why do you think the Democrats turned this down before he even made this proposal? If what you say is, that appealing to them, they should take it.
Because they're controlled. Number one, I don't trust it if it passes the Senate not to pass the House, because of the fact there are Democrats that are, as I said, that are going out and they're already saying, hey, the founder of Daily Kos, which is a left-wing publication, I mean, he was saying a couple of weeks ago, hey, let's accept the DACA deal if it leads to a path to citizenship, which I fully believe this will eventually in the courts. And he was saying, let's take the deal. We can tie up wall construction in the courts using eminent domain. Then if we take control, we'll repeal the construction the construction costs. We can repeal it. So I think that's what they have in mind. It's not Trump I don't trust. It's the people like his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, and a lot of the open borders folks in his administration that are very close with Koch brothers, who are very much open borders, and some of the establishment swamp. I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but I was paying attention over the past 2 or 3 weeks when you would see Lindsey Graham and other open borders folks on media. They kept saying, and even news articles were written, and they kept saying, Trump's got to build the wall or he's going to lose. It's going to cost him his reelection next year. And they kept doing that. And it's not just Lindsey. It was other folks, establishment, open borders folks were doing that. That was a clear thing that they were trying to tell Donald Trump, hey, they wanted to manipulate him and to be willing to do anything to get wall funding. That was a strategy they were using. And the bottom line is, as his base, I mean, we know he's fighting. The reason Donald Trump, and let's be completely honest with ourselves, the reason the wall is not built isn't because of the Democrats, it's because of the other Republicans. Because they had control in 2017 and 2018, and they did nothing to secure the border. It has kept being excuses after excuses after excuses to build the wall. If I'd been in Donald Trump's shoes, I would have said, okay, you want tax cuts, you want criminal justice reform, I want my wall first, because there is no reason they could not have passed it. So it's Republicans at fault in addition to Democrats. That's why we don't have the wall. And last year, the last time we faced a government shutdown, while the Republicans were still in control, that is when they should have shut the government down and said, okay, we want the wall built, when the Republicans were in control.
Do you think he was...
Go ahead.
No, do you think he was convinced to get past midterm? Do you think he was convinced, let's get past midterm, and that's where your funding will be? Do you think do you think he was meeting his part of the agreement with House Republicans to get past midterm?
I absolutely do. I think he has been played. Donald Trump is the most brilliant man in the world when it comes to business. But politics is an entirely different animal. When you're taking on the D.C. swamp, these are swamp people that live in these D.C. swamp are sleazy and slimy. They're snakes. They will build up your ego, talk about how great you are, ingratiate themselves to you, and create a crisis that you need their help to get out of. And then they will get you to trust them, and they will stab you in the back. Trump has had folks surrounding him that don't agree with his stance on immigration. They don't agree with his stance on trade. And for example, his daughter and son-in-law, Jared Kushner, they strongly support amnesty. And all of a sudden, let's look at the people that actually came up with this plan. Jared Kushner, which we already know he's open borders. Lindsey Graham, we already know where he stands. And you also have Mike Pence, who has very, very, very close ties to the Koch brothers. So they're the ones that came up with this plan and negotiation. And if Donald Trump is just doing this as a ploy to shore up show up the Democrats, then he will pull this plan off the table. Donald Trump will listen to his base when we speak loudly enough. But, I mean, this is the problem I have. Once you open the door for this amnesty, do you really, like President Obama did with DACA in 2012? And they're still here. You open the door, you give them Social Security cards, you give them legal status. And, I mean, look at the money it will cost in welfare. Every anti-illegal immigration group and border security group has called it amnesty, and they've condemned it. Heritage Foundation condemned it, called it amnesty.
Debbie, the interesting thing is they tell us one thing, but the other thing is the truth. And once they, at the current time, they're not eligible. And let me say this, let me finish. They're not eligible for any kind of government assistance whatsoever, but the minute they get a Social Security number, the very first time they pay in, legally now they're eligible. So they can argue that all day long. The day they get the Social Security number, the very first payment in the Social Security, they're legally eligible for benefits.
Very good point. Another good point to consider too is that a lot of these, once they have Social Security cards and driver's license, they can register to vote. Even though they're not citizens and don't meet the requirement, they would be violating the law, but they could still register to vote. And this will become a magnet for even more people to come up here. We see what Ronald Reagan did, and also somebody else has come out against this and called it amnesty. Is Tom Fitton of Judicial Watch. If you recall that, Judicial Watch he's come out against it and called it amnesty, because there are a lot of folks out there that will actually look at, not just take talking points and things like that, actually sit back and analyze it and look at it so they all see it for what it is. And my thing is, we can't take the chance of it passing through the Senate because we don't trust the Democrats. It's not Trump we don't trust.
I gotta add Mitch McConnell on that list. I'm not for sure. Mitch has been awful quiet. And laying low for the deal that he's going to get through, and that's why he's been quiet. Debbie, I have to agree with so many of your points. I appreciate you coming on and sharing your thoughts on that and your reasoning. And like I said, I watched the media tell us that they're not eligible, but I'm going to tell you legally, the minute they get that Social Security number and pay in, they're eligible for every benefit we have. Debbie, I appreciate it. I've got to run. Thank you so much for calling in.
Always an honor to be on your show. Bye.
Thank you. Debbie Dooley, co-founder of the Atlanta Tea Party, I never forget that big Atlanta Tea Party meeting where Sean Hannity was down here. As Debbie Dooley, also a political activist. Do you think it's amnesty? Do you think what President Trump offered is amnesty? If so, let us know. I've got to go on the other side of this break. It's time for Instant Replay. I'm your host. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Don't forget, you can always contact this show, 706-889-9700, 706-889-9700, and there are all the social media ways to get in touch with us. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow morning. Thank you for watching.